Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're not just talking about motivation, we're talking about action. We're talking about a step-by-step plan that takes you from where you are to where you want to be. Because let's be real, motivation alone is not enough. How many times have you felt inspired, fired up, ready to change your life, only to wake up the next morning stuck in the same old patterns? That stops today. Success is not magic. It's not reserved for the lucky few. It's a science, a formula, a system that, when followed, guarantees results. And the best part, it's within your control. Clarity creates power. Without a clear vision, you are like a ship drifting at sea, moving wherever the waves take you instead of steering toward a destination. If you don't know exactly what you want, how can you expect to achieve it? Most people live their lives reacting to circumstances instead of shaping their future with intention. They wake up, go through the motions, and hope that things will somehow improve. But hope is not a strategy. If you want real change, you must get crystal clear on what you truly desire. Think about it. When you have absolute clarity, you don't hesitate when opportunities arise. You don't second guess yourself because you already know where you're going. Clarity eliminates doubt. It removes fear. It creates momentum. Because when you can see exactly where you want to be, your brain starts working to close the gap between where you are and where you need to go. Most people struggle because they have vague goals. They say things like, I want to be successful, I want to be healthier, or I want to be happy. But what does that mean? How do you measure success? What does a healthy life look like for you? What specific things make you happy? If you can't define it, you can't achieve it. Clarity means getting specific. If you want financial success, what does that look like? A six-figure income, a certain amount of savings, owning a business. If you want to be healthy, what exactly does that mean for you? Losing weight, gaining muscle, running a marathon. The more detailed your vision, the stronger your ability to achieve it. Your brain is like a GPS system. If you don't give it a clear destination, it has nowhere to take you. But when you program a precise goal, it immediately starts finding ways to get you there. The problem is, most people set goals without clarity. They get frustrated when nothing changes. They don't understand that the lack of progress isn't because they aren't capable, it's because they haven't defined the target. When you know exactly what you want, you start seeing opportunities that were invisible before. Have you ever noticed that when you decide on something, suddenly you see it everywhere? You decide to buy a certain car, and now that car appears on every street. That's not a coincidence. It's your brain filtering information to align with your focus. When you gain clarity about your goals, your mind works the same way. It starts filtering out distractions and highlighting opportunities that move you forward. One of the biggest reasons people don't achieve their dreams is because they let fear and uncertainty cloud their vision. They think, what if I fail? What if I make the wrong choice? But indecision is the biggest killer of progress. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who never make mistakes. They're the ones who make decisions with certainty. Even if they get it wrong, they adjust and keep moving. Clarity gives you the confidence to act, to make bold moves, to pursue your goals with unstoppable determination. If you want to change your life, you must start by getting clear. Write it down. Be specific. Create a vision so compelling that it excites you every single day. When you wake up in the morning, you should know exactly what you're working toward. Because when you have clarity, nothing can stop you. Decisions shape destiny. The life you are living right now is the result of the decisions you have made up until this point. Every choice, big or small, has led you to where you are today. Some people believe that their circumstances define them, but the truth is, it is their decisions that determine their future. It is not what happens to you, but how you respond that makes the difference. A single decision made with absolute certainty can change everything. Most people hesitate when making decisions. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect conditions, the perfect opportunity. But the reality is, perfection does not exist. If you wait for everything to be just right, you will never take action. The most successful people in the world understand that making a decision, even if it is not perfect, is better than making no decision at all. When you decide with certainty, you create momentum. You shift from being passive to taking control of your life. Think about moments in your past where you made a real decision, one that changed the course of your life. Maybe it was deciding to take a job, move to a new city, start a business, or leave a toxic relationship. When you made that choice, everything else started to shift. That is the power of a true decision. It is not just wishing for something, not just thinking about it. It is committing to action no matter what. Most people confuse wanting with deciding. They say, I want to be successful, but they never make the decision to do what it takes. They say, I want to be healthy, but they never commit to changing their habits. A real decision means cutting off all other options. The word decision comes from the Latin word decidere, which means to cut off. When you decide, you eliminate any possibility of going backward. You burn the bridges that lead to your old ways. You commit fully, without hesitation. Every great achievement started with a decision. Every breakthrough, every transformation, every success story can be traced back to a single moment where someone said, enough is enough. I am changing this now. The moment you make a decision with absolute certainty, you tap into a power greater than any obstacle. You stop waiting for things to happen and start making them happen. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with decision-making is fear. They are afraid of making the wrong choice, afraid of failure, afraid of what others might think. But the truth is, there is no failure, only learning. Every decision you make moves you forward, even if it does not turn out the way you expected. The only real failure is doing nothing. The only way to guarantee that you will not succeed is to never try. When you make a decision, you must follow it with immediate action. The longer you wait, the more doubt creeps in. The mind starts questioning, second-guessing, making excuses. But when you take action right away, you reinforce your decision with movement. You create energy, and that energy fuels your progress. There is a difference between making a decision and making a wish. A wish is passive. It is hoping for something to happen. A decision is active. It is committing to making it happen. When you truly decide, you find a way. You stop making excuses. You stop waiting for permission. You do whatever it takes to move forward. No matter where you are right now, no matter what challenges you are facing, you have the power to change everything with a single decision. You can decide right now. You will no longer accept a life that is less than what you are capable of living. You can decide that you will step up, take action, and create the future you deserve. Because the moment you make a real decision, your destiny begins to shift. Massive action beats perfection. Too many people get stuck waiting for the perfect time, the perfect plan, or the perfect circumstances before they take action. They convince themselves that they need more information, more resources, or more confidence before they can start. But perfection is an illusion. It does not exist. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who wait for the perfect moment. They are the ones who take massive action, even when they feel uncertain, unprepared, and imperfect. Think about the most successful people in any field. They did not start as experts. They did not have everything figured out before they began. They took action, learned from their mistakes, and adjusted along the way. They did not let fear of failure stop them because they understood that failure is just feedback. Every setback, every obstacle, and every challenge is an opportunity to grow, improve, and refine the path forward. One of the biggest mistakes people make is overthinking. They analyze every possible outcome, weigh every risk, and delay taking action because they are afraid of making a mistake. But the truth is, inaction is the biggest mistake of all. You learn more from taking one step forward than from thinking about 10 possible steps. Action creates momentum. It builds confidence. It turns ideas into results. The key to making progress is speed. When you move fast, you bypass doubt. You don't give fear the chance to take hold. You make decisions, take action, and adjust as you go. This does not mean being reckless. It means trusting yourself enough to start, even when you do not have all the answers. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes. The mind starts filling with excuses, reasons to delay, and justifications for staying in the same place. But when you take immediate action, you break the cycle of hesitation and step into the momentum of progress. Most people wait for motivation to strike before they take action, but that is backward thinking. Action creates motivation. The moment you start doing something, you feel more energized, more engaged, and more committed. The hardest part is getting started. But once you take that first step, the second step becomes easier, and the third step becomes natural. Progress fuels progress. Many people fear taking action because they do not want to fail, but failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. Every successful person has failed more times than the average person has even tried. The difference is that they did not let failure stop them. They learned, adapted, and kept moving forward. If you are not failing, you are not pushing yourself hard enough. Playing it safe guarantees that you will stay exactly where you are. There will always be reasons to wait. There will always be distractions, obstacles, and uncertainties. But waiting does not change anything. The only thing that creates results is action. Even small actions, taken consistently, lead to massive change over time. The secret is to focus on what you can do right now in this moment. You do not need to have the entire journey mapped out. You just need to take the next step. Every great achievement started with someone taking a first step, even when they were uncertain, even when they had doubts, even when they were not ready. You do not need to be perfect to start. but you do need to start to become great. If you wait for the perfect time, you will wait forever. The time to act is now. The time to move forward is now. The time to take control of your future is now. Your mindset is the foundation. Everything you do, everything you achieve, and everything you become starts in your mind. Your beliefs, your thoughts, and the way you see yourself determine the actions you take and the results you get. The problem is, most people do not realize just how much power their mindset has over their lives. They focus on strategies, skills, and external circumstances, but they overlook the most important factor, the way they think. If you do not control your mindset, it will control you. Your thoughts create your reality. If you believe that you are capable, strong, and resourceful, you will take bold actions and create success. If you believe that you are not good enough, that life is unfair, or that opportunities are limited, you will hold yourself back without even realizing it. The mind is like a filter. It looks for evidence to confirm whatever you already believe. If you believe you can succeed, your brain will find ways to prove it. If you believe you will fail, your brain will find reasons to support that belief. That is why changing your mindset is the first and most important step to changing your life. Most people are trapped in limiting beliefs, and they do not even know it. These beliefs are usually formed early in life, influenced by family, society, and past experiences. Someone might have told you that you were not smart enough, not talented enough, or not lucky enough, and without realizing it, you accepted those words as truth. Over time, these beliefs became part of your identity. But the truth is, none of these beliefs are real unless you decide they are. You have the power to rewrite the story you tell yourself. You have the power to replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. The way you speak to yourself matters. Every day you are having an internal conversation, and that conversation shapes your confidence, your motivation, and your actions. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, not ready, or not worthy, you will hesitate, procrastinate, and sabotage your own success. But if you start telling yourself that you are capable, that you are strong, and that you are ready, you will begin to take action with confidence. Your words create your world. The people who achieve greatness are not necessarily the most talented or the most skilled. They are the ones who refuse to let fear, doubt, or failure define them. They condition their minds to see challenges as opportunities. They reframe obstacles as stepping stones. They train themselves to focus on solutions instead of problems. This kind of mindset is not something you are born with. It is something you develop through practice and intention. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your mindset. The people you surround yourself with, the books you read, the content you consume, all of these things either strengthen or weaken your belief in yourself. If you spend time around people who constantly complain, blame, and make excuses, their mindset will influence yours. But if you surround yourself with people who think big, take action, and push themselves to grow, their mindset will elevate yours. You must protect your mind as if your future depends on it. Because it does. Fear and doubt will always be present, but they do not have to control you. Fear is just a signal that you are stepping outside of your comfort zone. It is a sign that you are growing. The key is not to eliminate fear, but to move forward despite it. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is taking action even when you feel afraid. The more you train your mind to focus on possibilities instead of limitations, the stronger your mindset becomes. Your mindset is your greatest asset. It determines whether you see obstacles or opportunities, whether you give up or keep going, whether you live an average life or an extraordinary one. Everything you want to achieve starts with the way you think. The moment you shift your mindset, everything else begins to shift with it. Success leaves clues. If you want to achieve something great, you do not have to figure everything out on your own. There are people who have already done what you want to do, people who have faced the same challenges, overcome the same obstacles, and found the strategies that work. Instead of struggling through trial and error, you can learn from those who have already walked the path. You can study their habits, their mindset, and their decisions. Success is not a mystery. It is a process, and those who have mastered it have left behind clues for you to follow. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to do everything by themselves. They think they have to reinvent the wheel, that their situation is unique, that no one understands what they are going through. But the truth is, success is a pattern. Whether in business, health, relationships, or personal growth, the principles of success remain the same. The fastest way to achieve what you want is to find someone who has already done it and model their strategies. Look at the top performers in any industry. They all have mentors. They all study the best. They all surround themselves with people who challenge them to grow. They do not waste time making the same mistakes that others have already learned from. They shortcut their learning curve by following proven methods. If you want to be successful, you must do the same. You must seek out those who have achieved what you want and immerse yourself in their wisdom. Success is not about luck. It is about patterns, habits, and principles. If you study the most successful people, you will find that they share common behaviors. They set clear goals. They take massive action. They push through challenges. They maintain a strong mindset. They never stop learning. These are not coincidences. These are clues. When you adopt these same behaviors, you start to get similar results. One of the most powerful ways to accelerate your growth is to learn from books, interviews, and biographies. The greatest minds in history have documented their experiences, their mistakes, and their breakthroughs. You can absorb decades of wisdom in just a few hours. Imagine being able to learn the mindset of a billionaire, the discipline of a world-class athlete, or the leadership of a top CEO just by studying their life. The knowledge is available to you. You just have to take advantage of it. The people you surround yourself with also play a crucial role in your success. If you spend time with people who have big dreams, take action, and refuse to settle for mediocrity, their energy will rub off on you. If you spend time with people who make excuses, blame others, and stay stuck in the same problems, that mindset will influence you as well. You must be intentional about your environment. Find mentors, join mastermind groups, and build relationships with those who inspire you to be better. Success is not reserved for a select few. It is available to anyone who is willing to follow the principles that lead to it. If you study successful people, model their behaviors, and apply their strategies, you can create similar results in your own life. The key is to be a student, to never stop learning, and to always be looking for the clues that others have left behind. There is no need to struggle through years of trial and error when the answers are already out there. The fastest way to success is to follow those who have already achieved it. When you commit to learning from the best, you accelerate your progress and put yourself on the path to greatness. Standards shape your life. The level of success you achieve is directly linked to the standards you set for yourself. Most people do not get what they want in life. They get what they are willing to tolerate. If you accept mediocrity, you will live a mediocre life. If you demand excellence from yourself, you will rise to that level. Your standards determine your habits, your decisions, and ultimately your results. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle is not just talent or luck. It is the standards they hold themselves to every single day. People often set goals, but goals are nothing without standards. A goal is something you hope to achieve. A standard is the level at which you refuse to live below. Anyone can set a goal to be healthier, wealthier, or more successful, but unless they raise their standards, nothing changes. A person might say they want to get in shape, but if they tolerate skipping workouts and eating unhealthy foods, their body will reflect that. Someone might say they want to build a business, but if they accept procrastination and inconsistency, they will never make real progress. The key is not just setting goals. It is deciding what is absolutely non-negotiable in your life. Your standards affect every area of your life, your relationships, your career, your finances, and your health. If you have high standards for your relationships, you will not tolerate toxic people or shallow connections. If you have high standards for your work, you will not settle for average effort or mediocre results. If you have high standards for your health, you will not accept a lifestyle that drains your energy. The moment you decide that something is unacceptable in your life, your actions begin to align with that decision. Raising your standards is not about making one big change. It is about shifting your daily habits and behaviors. The small choices you make every day are a reflection of your standards. Do you hit the snooze button, or do you get up and attack the day? Do you settle for just enough, or do you push yourself to give more? Do you surround yourself with people who lift you up, or do you tolerate negativity? Every decision you make is either reinforcing your current standards or raising them to a new level. One of the biggest reasons people do not raise their standards is because they are afraid of discomfort. Growth requires stepping outside of your comfort zone, challenging yourself, and breaking free from old patterns. It is easy to stick with what is familiar, even if it is not serving you. But the truth is, staying in your comfort zone means staying in the same place. The only way to create lasting change is to commit to higher standards, even when it feels uncomfortable. Your standards are shaped by the expectations you place on yourself. If you expect greatness, you will push yourself to achieve more. If you expect struggle, you will find ways to justify staying stuck. The language you use with yourself matters. When you tell yourself, this is just the way I am, or I can't change, you reinforce low standards. But when you tell yourself, I demand more from myself and I refuse to settle, you start to create a new reality. Look at the people you admire, leaders, athletes, entrepreneurs, or anyone who has achieved extraordinary success. They did not get there by luck. They got there by setting standards that most people are unwilling to uphold. They refused to accept excuses, they demanded more from themselves, and they followed through with relentless commitment. Their success is a result of the expectations they placed on themselves, and the good news is you can do the same. When you commit to raising your standards, you force yourself to grow. You challenge yourself to operate at a higher level. You start taking actions that align with the life you truly want to create. The question is, what are you willing to no longer accept? What are you ready to demand from yourself? The moment you raise your standards, your entire life begins to shift.